What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are back again with another in-depth tutorial. For my poll, a functional shops guide was second popular to family gameplay. This guide isn't going to be as long, hopefully, and we don't really have many mods, at least nowhere near as many for the other guides that I've done. This guide is going to be pretty simple and I'm going to show you in the video how to get everything set up. I picked the systems that are the easiest to set up. It's a combination of other Simmers processes with my own tweaks for added convenience. I mainly focus on aesthetic and functionality, as nothing should take away from your immersion in game. So I feel like I've done my best to come up with these easier systems, and I've been playing like this for a couple of years, so I'm super excited to show you all how to make literally any shop functional in The Sims 3. So what I'm going to offer are many ideas to maintain the consistency and look of your lot without losing the functionality of that lot. We are going to try and keep this guide simple and to the point. So this guide will include store objects and how to install them, modded objects for functional stores and fashion stores, how to set up functional grocery stores, how to set up functional stores in general minus fashion stores, how to set up functional fashion stores, fashion lots you're going to want to make, how to combine the fashion stores with consort dress code mod, and miscellaneous functional mod objects and CC sets that you can buy for your stores. The first thing we're going to need are the actual store objects. I recommend getting all of them from here. This is Premium Sims Blogspot. This is usually where I get all of my store objects whenever I'm starting over. I also use these ones from 𝖕𝖊𝖊𝖘𝖈 EA store. This is the chocolate fountain. This is included in the all-in-one premium store download, but I deleted it out of mine on accident, so I got that one. But the pet shop from 𝖕𝖊𝖊𝖘𝖈 EA store is not included in Premium Sims download, so you're going to want to get that one. Then you also want to get these store fixes here, and you're going to get the 𝕮𝑑𝖔 version. Now I'm going to show you how to install them. It's super easy. All the store objects go into your mods folder. I recommend merging everything and backing up the individual files on another drive. And all of your store mods should also go into your mods folder. This is your overrides folder if you're not using CC Magic. If you are using CC Magic, then this is your packages folder. Now copy the CC merge file from your mods folder and paste that into your documents, electronic arts, The Sims 3 DC backup folder. Never remove it. This is where the data from the store objects are stored. Without them, your game will throw you a lot of errors when attempting to use those store objects. That's it. Now we can move on to the fun mods that change. Lord, my dog is snoring. Hopefully you guys can't hear her. So we're going to talk about modded objects for functional stores and fashion stores. The first mod we're going to get is 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖊𝖘𝖈 mod. This is what you're going to use for 95% of functional stores in your game. And then we're also going to get 𝖕𝖕𝑠 Into the Future stands. This is what you're going to use for the remaining 5% of functional stores to be able to shop for new outfits. If you don't have the Into the Future expansion pack, you can get the older 𝖕𝖕𝑠 shop for clothes mod on Mod The Sims, but you cannot have both in your game. You're also going to get 𝖕𝖕𝑠 ration box for our functional grocery store. This mod adds a scripted object where when placed in your inventory and opened, 10 random ingredients will be placed in your inventory and the donation box will disappear. This mod is also working with custom ingredients as well, so you're always going to get a random assortment of items, and the items are cheap in game when you buy them, so you can buy multiple in one shopping trip and get a random assortment of hundreds of ingredients in your inventory. The next one is 𝖕𝖕𝑠 ration box overrides. Download this if you want to use everything in the Around The Sims 3 grocery set, or get my edit to 𝖕𝖕𝑠 overrides. Download this if you want to use just my edits, where I hid all of the single objects from the Around The Sims 3 set, as it wouldn't make sense to put them in my builds, and you can only have one or the other, either my edit or 𝖕𝖕𝑠 overrides. And then you're going to get my collection file for functional shops mods. Download this if you want to be able to find all of the modded objects we will be discussing in this guide, including the bulk objects from Around The Sims 3 grocery store set, and then the grocery store set. So if you download the full set, get 𝖕𝖕𝑠 overrides. If you only download the bulk objects, then get my edit of 𝖕𝖕𝑠 overrides. And then you're also going to get the Around The Sims 3 Savvy or Seller sets. You can download whatever you want from these sets. And then we're also going to look at consort dress code mod for more dynamic attire in town, and we're going to get into that later. And then of course the tumblr mod, which just allows you to copy the script function of an object and paste it onto another object. So now that we've finally got everything set up, let's talk about how to set up functional grocery stores. But first I have to show you how to set up 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 in general. It works the same as 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 store content, so this won't be a huge learning curve for most of you, and it's also beginner friendly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 surface on a community lot. This could be a lot Sims will want to visit, so you can call this a hangout lot. Then a counter with the 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 register, and then you're going to place an object on the 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 surface. And now when you leave build by mode and you stay in pause mode, you're going to Control-Shift-Click the 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 register and name it whatever you'd like. For this, we're going to call it YouTube test. And then you're going to Control-Shift-Click the 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 surface, or you can just click it, either one works, and link it to the register that you just named. Then enable restock from inventory and enable restock from buy mode, although that should be enabled by default. This allows all objects you place on the surface to be restocked from the build by mode catalog. This still works when you hide the objects from the catalog as well. You can now set the open and close times, mark up or down prices, employee, owner, etc. You do not have to set an owner. You can make a random townie the owner, or yourself if you want to own your own functional store. The money will go into your Sims inventory after every purchase. Well, not inventory, your household funds, and we will get more into that later. As an added note, NROS register won't assign a sim to these registers, which means you have to manually pick one. This can cause issues if you don't want a townie to use it, so I recommend creating a household of 8 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘 young adult sims. You don't need 8 stores in your game, but this makes it really easy to find those sims when manning the stations without sacrificing townies you might actually want to interact with and see more around town. Just make their last name Savvy for convenience. The 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 mod alone makes basically everything in your game buyable. Flower shops, weed shops, arcades with functional prizes, museum, gift shops, art stores, furniture stores, candy stores, a new kind of bakery that sells custom food, cupcakes, etc. And when I say everything, I literally mean everything. So now that you've got your new functional shop systems installed and you know how to generally set it up, I'm going to show you how to make a functional grocery store. What I used to do, I used to go into the rabbit hole and buy everything from the store and individually set them up one by one on shelves, make the inventory items restockable from the inventory, then start shopping. This was such a long process, and it also broke my immersion because I didn't want to see a piece of shrimp on a random shelf in a grocery store. So with 𝖕𝖕's genius idea, she created overrides for Around the Sims 3 grocery store items to be used alongside Annie's ration box mod. This mod gives you a random selection of 10 ingredients in game. Whenever you open it, you'll get a random assortment, and this mod is compatible with custom ingredients as well. So now I can set up these items on grocery shelves, which looks more realistic for my build, and actually add ingredients to my Sims inventory whenever I choose to open the boxes. In the video, I also show you that I transmogrify the 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 Around the Sims 3 shelves into the 𝖕𝖊𝖘 shelves converted by 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘, and it worked. However, as 𝕕𝖕 noted herself, us simmers like to shop for specific items instead of randomly hoping for the right ingredient without entering the rabbit hole. So I'm gonna try to alleviate this issue. Start with creating a deli section just for the meats, a seafood section just for the fish, then use the store fruit and veggie stand object for the produce section. Now you can place all meats you can buy from the grocery and rabbit hole on the 𝕬𝖕𝖊𝖘 surfaces in the meat section, and do the same thing for the seafood section. You don't need to do any setup for the produce stands. The object will randomly refill its own inventory every day with new produce options. Now, whatever else you miss, you can just buy the remainder of from the rabbit hole itself. Personally, I like shopping for things at random. I don't necessarily want that to be fully user-directed unless there's a special event like Thanksgiving, so I have to specifically buy a roast. I like to imagine that everything isn't going to be available to me with the donation boxes and produce stand because it's sold out or it's not in season, whatever it is. I also like to imagine that my sim is shopping for what they want specifically, just like the townies are, without it being user directed. As an added note, combined with my ultimate realistic food overhaul, there are still hundreds if not thousands of recipes I can put together in game with the ingredients that are randomly bought. However, I can still specifically shop for certain meats and seafood, which is what I'll more than likely want for most of the custom recipes I put together in my game, although with the meshes it's implied the ingredient was in the food, so you don't actually need them. So this makes grocery stores so much more fun and less stressful to set up in game, and it's a way less tedious process. The results leaves the lot itself looking more realistic, so I don't have to sacrifice aesthetic for functionality, which is what I really care about. The best part is you can make pantries actually functional in your Sims home by placing what you bought on the shelves, as the ingredients won't go bad until after you open the box and the food is placed in your inventory. You can also add custom snacks and foods to a storage unit in the pantry as well, and take out whatever your Sims want to eat in between meals for that day. Try finding a close pantry object, this is the best one I could find, and transmogrify it into a storage chest, either from World Adventures or custom content. I'm personally using 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈𝖗 cooler mod. You should now be able to click on the pantry to place or remove custom food you've bought out and about. So now we can talk about how to set up functional stores in general. I'm gonna give you guys a list of ideas. I don't have all of the CC in my game, and it would take literally forever for me to build all of these lots in my game, so I'm gonna use some pictures from other Sims 3 simmers, including Sims 4 simmers, because you can recreate a lot of these lots in your game, and then some pictures from myself from my previous builds. I don't have all of the CC in my game right now, so obviously I can't show you guys in game at the moment. All links will be at the end of the guide with the missed script objects and CC sets section. So now let's talk about all the different kinds of functional shops you can make in your game. You can make flower shops, and I want to recommend the flower arranging mod. You can set up 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈 with the bouquets that you make, as well as CC deco plants. If you want to own a flower shop, you actually have something pretty interactive to do during the day while your customers shop. For furniture stores, you mainly want to focus on the 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈 rugs and shelves, shelves for mist decor, and rugs for furniture like couches, beds, kitchen sets. However, it's important to note that when you have a lot of custom content, this option isn't exactly reasonable. So I typically like to set up bed and mattress stores, vase and decor stores, children furniture stores, appliance stores. This is much more manageable if you're like me and you have a lot of custom content. It makes shopping a lot more fluid for being able to actually put those products in my home from the 𝖕𝖊𝖘 inventory, which is where all objects that can't go into your inventory will go. Everything else that I get from the catalog or collections folder can be tossed in as something I ordered online. As a pro tip, consider using Studio Paplin's moving boxes in the rooms until you actually put those rooms together. I always use them when moving in or out, or changing a room around, for example a sim aging up and needing a more mature room. You could also use 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈 to immersively sell what you're not going to use anymore in a yard sale. The yard sale can be set up in a big park instead of your home lot for convenience. Alternatively, moving all the items you want to sell to your family inventory, then using NROS cosigner, selling them at a consignment register, that can also work for you. I love seeing the boxes and redecorating that part of the room. It adds a very dynamic roleplay feature to my gameplay. Let's also talk about electronic stores. With 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈 custom phones and backpacks, you can actually replace the cell phone you're using by following the guide that he set in game and using the Around the Sims 3 What's in My Bag purse sets alongside the mod for more functional cell phones to buy. So when buying cell phones at something like an Apple store, this can actually be functional, and you can also set up more computers, laptops, TVs, and the store object iPad as well. For specific niche stores, you can consider something like the sewing and knitting pad, knitting mod with the patch version for both to work in game. So you can set up a really pretty Etsy shop, and just like with the flower shop, you can actually work at the store location and have something of an active career, showing some love to our small business simmers out there. For functional bookstores, instead of using the rabbit hole, just buy the books from the rabbit hole and place them on savvier seller surfaces. To get the best look, I use this table from Around The Sims 3 and a pile of books using OMSP to make it look like your sim is randomly selecting a book from the pile. For weed shops, you can now use the buds that come with 𝖰𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖊𝖔 mod and set them up on savvier seller surfaces to sell them like that instead. For beach shops, you can use 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘 sunglasses and Annie's Into the Future stands for custom bikinis. You can use tumblr spray tan and sunscreen mod. For food stores like bakeries and coffee shops, you can use custom food from various places and Around The Sims 3 custom drinks, specifically the coffees and energy drinks. Just set them up on savvier seller shelves and enjoy. You can even make much more specific shops as well, like smoothie shops and sandwich shops, liquor stores using 𝐷𝐸𝐷 and Around The Sims 3 liquor sets, tea shops with Around The Sims 3 and Annie's tea sets. Don't forget the store tea set and modded tea set without the table. You can use toy stores using various CC toys and the fidget spinner, 𝖰𝖕𝖊𝖘 crayons, puzzles, and coloring books. For makeup stores, you can use 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈𝖗𝐻 lipstick mod. You can also put this in your fashion stores, and you can also use 𝕉𝖕𝖕𝖘 deodorant mod in these stores and custom content functional perfumes, although you must have the glass blowing store object for these to work, but if you've been following this guide, then you already have it. For car dealerships, add the savvier seller car spot object and set up as many cars as you'd like to buy from it. I like making at least 2 car shops. One is an expensive car dealership and another is a junkyard where you can buy the cheaper cars. For bike shops, this can be actual bikes and mopeds or motorcycles. Just place them on a savvier seller rug and recolor it to your liking. You can also add more stuff to your grocery stores like 𝕉𝖕𝖘𝖘 bubble bath, card stand, pet food bowl, 𝖰𝖕𝖊𝖘 smoking mod for the cigarettes and the vape. For pet stores, you can add 𝕉𝖕𝖘𝖘's pet food bowl items and various pet toys and furniture that came in pets. I don't typically place the Graham's Pet Shop register on these lots. I'll use a pet pantry for those, with deco animals in their crates to simulate where you're actually getting the animals from. For art stores, you can use 𝕉𝖕𝖘𝖘's painting supplies mod, 𝖈𝖊𝖕𝖊𝖘 journal, 𝖰𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘 scribbling pad fixed. You can use custom content art easels, the University Life sketchbook, street art kits, crayons from 𝖰𝖕𝖊𝖘 and 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘, and the drafting tables that came with ambitions. For music stores, consider the Around The Sims 3 music store set and selling actual instruments. For the movie theater, consider selling custom snacks, adding the store popcorn machine, selling action figure dolls to buy after viewing the movie, and a claw machine to win prizes for your date. For sex shops, consider adding passion condoms and sex toys that come with the mod. I also include deco vibrators and dildos and fleshlights as something you can buy from savvier seller. They aren't functional, but they imply things, and the passion mod altogether makes this implied action functional, so it works out fine. For convenience stores, to make them more functional, you can add the petrol system mod gas stations and refill your gas at these stores. You can also sell 𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈𝖗𝔓 bag of chips and the several variations in 𝖕𝖊𝖘𝑠 gum with various other custom snacks and foods to eat. You can also make Asian themed convenience stores. For sports shops, this is completely separate from the gym lot. Consider adding tumblr yoga mats, 𝖰𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈𝖗𝑠 get pumped items, the chin-up bar from Showtime, 𝖕𝖊𝖘𝑠 exercise bike, treadmill, strength training, the various base game throwable items like the football. You can get more items from this Around The Sims 3 sports set and the punching bag with the same world adventure martial arts object script. And also, I like to sell 𝖰𝖕𝖊𝖘𝑠 healthy snacks on this lot as well. These items boost your workout routines. And well, you get the gist. You can virtually make any store idea you have in game functional. You could even transmogrify custom content surfaces from savvier seller surfaces in game instead for a much more cohesive look to your build. Keep in mind this may not always work, but for the most part it does. I just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. So now I want to talk about how to set up functional fashion stores. We can do this using Annie's Into the Future stands. These add very intuitive Into the Future stands to your game, where you and your townies, when changing the XML settings, can shop from. As a note, you do need Into the Future for this to work. However, if you don't have Into the Future and you followed the beginning of this guide, Annie's Shop for Clothes mod will do just the trick. It's not as extensive as the Into the Future stands, but you'll still be able to shop for new outfits on community lots. I also believe the Shop for Clothes mod is compatible with 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈, but the Into the Future stands mod is not. This is because the Into the Future stands mod replaces the plan outfit interaction from the dressers in game, which breaks some key components of 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈. With both mods installed, I also wasn't able to save my new outfits either, so learn from my mistakes. The Into the Future stand mod increases the amount of outfits you can have per category, which was my favorite feature of the 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈 mod. So when I read extensively what both mods changed, I realized I didn't even need 𝖕𝖕𝖊𝖘𝖈 anymore anyway. So I personally like to give my active household 7 everyday outfits. I just changed their outfit using the dresser in the morning before they leave the house. You can open up Annie's Into the Future stand mod using S3PE, right-click the XML file and open it up in Notepad, and then you just set the autonomy to true, then save. So now townies will autonomously shop for new outfits in your game. This isn't as intrusive as you think. In my game, they only replace their outfits. I also noticed that when they are shopping from a pedestal the same age and gender as them, they will wear the custom outfit I set for that mannequin. So it's a fun way to auto-style your town without having to individually change all the townies' outfits yourself. Sometimes I still will do this, but I catch the townies that haven't shopped for clothes by themselves yet, so it cuts down this work for me by a lot. As a performance tip, I want to tell you guys that I figured out in my own playtest of the fashion stores. I tried to set up custom outfits for every age and gender in a store, and my game consistently crashed every time I tried to go back in game and continue the build. This is because of all of the CC outfits for all genders and all ages. It overloaded the lot. But I was able to make stores for the elderly, both genders, without crashing. I made a store for young adult and adult men, same thing for young adult and adult women, a store for teens. Sometimes I make 2 stores for both genders or split up 1 store with both genders and a store for kids, both genders. This allows me to add at least 8 to 10 different Into the Future stands with custom content outfits on each of these lots without crashing. This also led me to more optimized lots, as since I'm only focusing on one specific theme and age group, the lot could be a lot smaller. One day I might do speed builds on this and upload it to the community. Alternatively, if you want to add all the age groups and genders on the lot, consider only adding 1 of each. The best theme for this build would be a thrift store, which I've made several times in game myself without crashing. So the fashion lots that you're going to want to make, I keep them around 20 by 20 lot size. They can fit basically anywhere in my worlds with very little issues. Just set these lots as visitors allowed. It'll push all kinds of sims to these lots randomly throughout the day. It's important to note that I won't create fashion stores for every age and every gender like we talked before, for every outfit category. I mainly focus on the outfits and age groups that would bother me the most, and I revamp all of my households before starting my gameplay, so I've given everyone in my world a default custom content outfit to start with. The attire for ages, I don't create lots for either, wouldn't bother me at all if it were missing, or the age group is more manageable in the world population where I can change their attire right then and there on the spot. My Create Sim runs pretty fast considering how much Create Sim custom content I have, so I don't mind this process at all. Everyday wear, you can make 4 outfits each of either the age groups or genders without crashing on the lot. So for everyday wear, a store for the elderly can have both genders, 4 outfits for men, 4 outfits for women. A store for the men, I can do young adult to adult, 4 outfits for young adult men, 4 outfits for adult men. A store for the woman, same thing. A store for teens, you can either make 1 for each gender, which makes 2 stores and 8 outfits each, or 1 store for teens in general, which makes 4 female teen outfits and 4 male teen outfits. You can also do a store for kids, both genders, or 2 stores for each gender. For athletic wear, I'll do a sports shop. I'll do young adult and adult, both genders, 2 outfits each. I'll put these on the same lots where I sell all of the scripted objects. The other ages don't bother me. For sleepwear, a store for the elderly and kids, both genders, 2 outfits for everyone. A lingerie store like Victoria's Secret for women, young adult to adult, and a Nike or sneaker store for men. It's just where I thought this would be the best outfit to sell. For young adult and adult, the other ages don't bother me. For formal wear, I'll do a wedding store for both men and women, young adult to adult. I'll do 2 outfits each. The other ages don't bother me. For swimwear, I'll do beach shops, young adult to adult, both genders, 2 outfits each. And then I'll do a kids beach shop sometimes, both genders, 2 outfits each. I also include functional pool floats to the store for more fun. The other ages don't bother me. For outerwear, they will typically get their own fashion store for my vacation worlds, and I love creating themed outfits to the mannequins for vacation worlds, and I'll show you how I do this in the next section. So now I want to talk about how to combine the fashion stores with the consort dress code mod. Once you enable the autonomous interaction in the XMLs of Annie's Into the Future mod, townies will autonomously buy outfits from the mannequins. The townies will replace their one and only outfit in that category. They will not create more outfits like you, the player, would. This is great news for optimization, as too many outfits for each category on every sim in the world would create lag, and it wouldn't even be necessary since townies can't autonomously change their outfit numbers for each category anyway. NROS Dresser does this, but it caused lag. That's how I know. So when they do shop for that outfit on the mannequin, it's only going to be 1 outfit, and you will see them in that outfit for the rest of your save file, or until they shop from another mannequin with a different outfit. This is where I use the seasonal lot markers to my advantage. I place down the Into the Future stands for every season. I do not place the stands down on the default setting. The objects will obviously conflict. This means all I have to do is create seasonal outfits on the mannequins for each new season, and within a couple of sim days, you'll start to see random townies walking around with these outfits on. This is why breaking the fashion stores down by gender and age really matters, as the townies will be wearing a bunch of different custom content outfits you set up in the store, instead of, for example, all elderly women wearing the same exact outfit. Because I also use the consort dress code mod, I need to leave some slots open to get the most out of my roleplay. The dress code mod will automatically change the Sim's outfits to the outfit number for the category, but you will have to set that outfit up. It's a pretty lightweight script. You shouldn't feel it in your performance, assuming you've optimized your game altogether. So we're going to talk about some basic outfit numbers by category rules that I follow. So for everyday wear, I do 7 outfits Monday through Sunday. Townies only get 1 everyday outfit. For athletic wear, everybody gets 2 outfits. That's the basic workout outfit, and then the second outfit is for like a ballerina or a dancer. So when townies get that second outfit, it's only going to be if they enter a ballerina or dancer studio with the dress code script present. So for sleepwear, the player gets 2 outfits. That's basic pajamas. The second outfit is the Around the Sims 3 Spa towel set. And then sometimes a third one for sexy lingerie. Townies will also get 2 if the dress code script is present. So like if they go to a spa lot and I have that second outfit set up, I'll change them into the towel set. For formal wear, the player gets 2 outfits. The first one is a fancy event outfit, and the second one is a party outfit for dance clubs and house parties and stuff. Townies will also get 2 if they enter a lot with dress code script. For swimwear, everybody gets 1 outfit. I just change the bathing suit after 1 sim year if I get bored of seeing it. For outerwear, it's 3 outfits. So the first outfit is winter, the second outfit is summer and spring, and the third outfit is fall. Townies will also get 3 if the dress code script is present. And for career wear, the players will get 2 outfits, work and school if present, and townies will also get 2 outfits. One is their actual work outfit, and the second is if I need it for something like a school uniform, the same way as the player. So the consort dress code mod rules that I follow: whenever I place the dress code script on a lot, I stick to these rules to get the most cohesive experience. So for the career attire, outfit number 2 for teens and kids is their school uniform if I set that up. For athletic attire, outfit number 3 for teens and kids is their school workout uniform if I set that up. This is why I left the athletic attire slot 3 open above. As a pro tip, you can use Master Controller to copy the outfits for every sim, the same gender and age as the sim you selected to speed this process up for schools. The athletic attire outfit number 2 for young adults and up are for dance studios. The formal outfit attire number 1 for adults in their banquet or fancy restaurant attire. Formal attire outfit number 2 for adults in their party outfit for dance clubs. Formal attire number 3 for everyone. This is for funerals. I throw a general party and formal attire on an open graveyard rabbit hole lot with the dress code script on it. This is why I leave this outfit slot open. For sleepwear outfit attire number 2, for everyone, I use the Around the Sims 3 Spa towel set, and I will also set these up in my residential bathrooms from time to time. So this is how I optimized it all together, which gave me more dynamic variety with NPCs changing their looks. Now let's talk about outerwear for vacation worlds. So the camping worlds, they'll get a fashion store with the outerwear slot 2. Beach Town will get a fashion store with outerwear slot 2. The Snow World fashion store will get outerwear slot 1. And France or 𝖰𝖊𝖊𝖘 or any type of romantic getaway kind of worlds will get outerwear slot 3. I leave these as the outerwear outfit slots because it's more manageable and easy to change since I only use 3 outfits in this category. That way, I won't ruin the everyday wear I've already set up for my active sims when they return back home, and I can easily change their outerwear again since it's only 3 outfits. I can also switch up between the outerwear and everyday outfits when I'm out with my sims. My months last 28 days in game, but I will often turn off aging and seasons to extend that season for an extra month or 2, so by the time the new season comes around, I'm excited and ready to go shopping for my Sims' new seasonal wardrobe. I will also use the consort dress code mod on many of the community lots in those vacation worlds so that all townies will typically look the part. Most of the time this won't be necessary as I have again already revamped those townies to fit the aesthetic of the world. I set these up on community lots like coffee houses, dive bars, shopping strips, movie theaters, etc. It just gives me another way to see townies in different outfits. You can also do this in homeworld. The only vacation worlds I won't have to do this in are the snow worlds, Christmas themed worlds, as townies will autonomously change into their snow attire when outside anyway. So instead I make sure my townies are wearing winter themed outfits for the inside of community lots to make sure the whole aesthetic fits together. And by that I mean their everyday wear. So now we've made it to the end of this guide. If you stick around this long, you're gonna see that I have the last section of this guide, which includes all of the links for all all of the scripted objects and custom content sets that we talked about in this video. So take a skim through it. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you already have the stuff, just double check your mods folder so you don't accidentally download duplicates, and just have fun scanning through all of those things. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely working on more. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.